Hi guys, in today's video, I'm going to go ahead and use the computer screen and we're going to talk about quality score on Google AdWords. We're going to talk about what it is and why it makes a difference, why you should care what it is, how to optimize that quality score and bring that into your Google AdWords campaign. Now, what we're talking about today is pay-per-click marketing. This is SEM, search engine marketing. A lot of you guys that follow me know that I specialize in SEO, which is search engine optimization, ranking on the search engines for earned in rankings rather than bought in rankings, right? Pay per click. However, I do believe that they kind of are hand in glove. Sometimes it's a good idea to use pay per click marketing with your SEO campaigns. And so I like to see a healthy budget of about 80-20. If 20% of your budget was going on pay-per-click and 80% is going on your earned in, which still has cost, you're going to have your content, whether you're buying it or you're writing it, there's going to be some cost associated with it. You still have your website and hosting and technical fees, but it's very different. If you run into a financial challenge with search engine optimization, you still continue to get those leads because you've earned in. Where if you suddenly don't have the money to keep up with that expensive budget, or a new competitor enters the landscape that really shoots you out of your pay-per-click marketing budget, you're out of business. Those leads stop. So I like to have a balance of them, but I prefer to have a stronger earned in presence than bought in. But there is a place for it, so I'm going to talk about it today. By the way, I do own a marketing company as well as a real estate company, ballenbrands.com. And if you need help with your pay-per-click services, reach out to us, ballenbrands.com, and we can definitely help you with your pay-per-click campaign and manage all this for you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use my real estate business as an example today. We're going to look at some of these quality scores. Now, I will warn you now that Google AdWords has made some significant changes to the dashboard. Everything looks different. I've been in here playing around with things. Essentially, everything that was here before is still here. It just has to be, it looks a little bit different, and learning to navigate through these changes can be a little bit tricky. So whenever there's a massive change on a dashboard, I like to go in and show those changes and help you out. If you're just getting started, it's great because you don't know the changes. Okay, all right. So quality score. Did you know that there is a score that is given to you for every keyword that you are using in your Google AdWords campaign? And it works in conjunction with your ad rank to create your cost per click and where you rank on the search engines for that ad against your competitor. So your quality score you are given, which is a 0 through 10 ranking on that keyword, is going to come into play when we look at your ad rank. So for example, let's say I am running an ad in Las Vegas for Las Vegas condos for sale under 200,000, okay, or maybe it's single family homes for sale in Henderson, something like that. And I am competing against several other advertisers that are also running ads for Las Vegas condos under 200,000 or single family homes in Henderson, which I do. So what's going to happen is, let's say I have a max bid. I'm willing to spend up to $2 a click for those clicks on my keyword when they show up to $2. And my competitor says, I'm willing to spend up to $2 when somebody clicks. How does Google decide which one shows up higher on the results page, which makes a significant difference in click-through rate when it looks the same? Well, they assign these quality scores. And what they work to do is move the one up higher on the search engines in that pay-per-click category that are providing more of a quality experience. So what it looks like when somebody goes over to Google, and I'm going to use pet supplies for an example, and they were to type in pet supplies, you're going to see ads here. So here's the first one, here's the second one, here's the third one, and here's the fourth one. Well, if you are doing any type of pay-per-click marketing, what you'll quickly learn is where your ad shows up relative to the numbered positions on the search engine results page, also called as SERP, is going to make a difference in your click-through rate. So you want to be higher up typically in that position. And so if all of these guys have said, I will spend up to $5 a click for that, Google takes a look at several factors when deciding what its quality score is. The first is going to be click-through rate, or estimated click-through rate. How many people do we believe are going to click on this advertisement? As if you're just starting out, it's going to be an estimated click-through rate. They are also going to take into play the landing page. Let me pull up my little formula here. This is straight from Google. So expected click-through rate, what's the likelihood that your ad will be clicked? Ad relevance, how closely your ad matches the intent behind a user search. So let me explain this to you. Ad relevance. So if somebody types in homes for sale in Las Vegas, and my ad pops up that says homes for sale with a pool in Las Vegas, they're trying to determine, based on that person's search query and based on what I'm offering in the ad, how relevant do they appear to be to each other. And that's going to show up in click-through rate as well, because how often do they actually click on that ad is going to be very telling as to how relevant it actually was, okay? So basically, it's exactly what I teach. How well does your message match that user's intent for what they want to find, okay? And the third one is the landing page experience, and this one is absolutely huge. So how relevant, transparent, and easy to navigate is your page for the user? So Google's measuring things like the time on how long did they spend on your website once they land from that query. How many actions did they take? How many pages did they view? Did they scroll through pictures? Did they play videos? Did they comment, share, download, click, engage with the page? These are all signals to Google as to what the quality is of that landing page for that user. So let's just say somebody Googles homes for sale in Las Vegas. They see my ad for Las Vegas homes with a pool. They click it, and it sends them to a landing page that immediately shoots up with a forced registration, and they bounce off immediately. They don't stay. They don't engage. That is a poor quality experience. That's a poor experience. So it's a low quality signal to Google. So your landing page, how well it performs, how much the user engages, is a strong factor in your quality score. So you're going to want to really make sure that you've got a landing page so it's the right target for the audience, it's the right message for the audience, and it's the right product for the audience. And when those things all go together, you'll find your quality score is incredibly high. Okay. Now, what's a good quality score? Anything over 7 would be considered good, 7, 8, 9, or 10. Anything below there, I'm starting over. I'm going back to find out what's wrong. Sometimes you'll have a low quality score just because it might just be a really low search volume term, and there's not a lot of engagement yet, and so it may be a time thing. Sometimes it's going to take a lot more time. You're going to need time to form these quality scores anyway. Give yourself a good 30 days on a campaign, 30, 60, 90. I tend to look at quality scores pretty quickly. Once I launch for a client or launch my own, I will look at them, and I'm looking to be right out of the gate in the 6 or above mark. And if it doesn't quickly move to 7, I know I've probably got some work to do there. But I find a lot of mine in the 10s. And I'm very happy if I get it to a 10, I'm not messing with it, but it's a goal. As soon as I hit the 6, I know I'm in the ballpark. Now I need more time to see what it's going to do. And then quickly it'll show up at 7, 8, 9, or 10. But if it doesn't have a lot of search volume, I've got to give it time. I got to give it time to have enough searches, to get enough data, enough click-throughs, enough user engagement for Google to be able to determine what the quality score is. Now, typically I find on my lower quality scores, they weren't laser targeted enough. And so I've got to go back and make sure that target is right on. So those 3 things are going to make a significant difference, for how many times your ad is shown, how many times do they click, the ad relevance, which is your message, and your landing page, which is your product. Okay, so let's go back in now to, and then I'll just show you this little quick mathematical formula. Do I have this one up here, ad rank? Okay, well, there's also a formula for ad rank, which I think I may talk more about the specific ad rank when we talk about messaging in the ads in another video. So let's go ahead and focus on the quality score for now. So first of all, you need to know where to find these quality scores, okay? That's important. They're not automatically in your dashboard typically. You've got to move them in. And so what we're going to do is I'm in my real estate campaign here, and I've just got it pulled up for the month. I've got a very small, got a little campaign running right now. And so we're going to go down here and we're going to go ahead and look at keywords. All right. Now, when you first look here, see right here where this says quality score, you're probably not going to see that in your column. So all you have to do is go over here to the little modify columns. And remember, this is new. If you've been in there, there's some changes. Your quality score can be found under the attributes category. So you have performance, that's your clicks, your click-through rate, your average cost per click, cost. You have your attributes, there's your quality score right there. And once you go ahead and click there, we're going to go ahead and click apply. Okay. Now you can move these around. Let me show you. If you click on columns and see on this right hand side, these are all of the columns that I have chosen to show up in my dashboard. And you can actually save this even as a column set so that your future campaigns will share that column set. And all I have to do now is drag these around, which is nice. This is a great feature. I love drag and drop features myself. We just built, those of you that follow me know that my marketing company builds real estate agent websites. We actually now build non-real estate websites too. We've gone outside of real estate now, and we're providing websites and SEO services and content marketing for non-real estate now as well, which is exciting. But our real estate websites are called Ballen Real Estate Websites. They're powered by very strong IDX, home values, and then of course the strategy around content to rank on the search engines, and we also do the pay-per-click services. And we added a drag and drop editor as well. So our home page now is completely drag and drop, and a lot of our custom WYSIWYGs that we're bringing in, our showcase pages and whatnot, have drag and drop features. So I'm a big fan of the drag and drop. All right, so here you can put your quality score wherever you want it. And then when you click apply, you're going to be able to see these things, okay? In another video, I'll come back. We'll talk more about each one of the columns and what each one of the things means, setting up your dashboard, and go from there. But let's just say you've already figured it out. You've got a campaign. You're running an ad. You've got ad groups. You're running an ad, and you care about this quality score, okay? So you can click on the column and sort by lowest to highest. Now, what you'll be able to see here when you do this, some of my keywords have a dash. There's no quality score yet whatsoever because there's not enough data. That's okay. It doesn't mean you're at a zero. It means you need more time or more data, or it's just such a low search volume term that it's not getting anything. So I'll probably move it out of my dashboard if it's just not going to hit the mark at all. Okay. So here's an example of my 10s, and I want to show you these very specifically so that you can see. Whoops. Let me bring those back up. And I think I can drag these columns to make this. All right, here we go. Hold on. Come on. Okay, I know I did this yesterday. I know that I can drag that. I've got these. I want to drag that keyword column. Where's my little... I want to be able to see the whole keyword. Hold on. Let me do something here. I'm going to go to columns, modify columns. Not going to let me move that. Oh, there it is. Hold on. I saw it. Hold on. Ah, there it is. Okay. That was strange. Normally I can see the little line and I can click on it and move it over, and I wasn't able to see the little line. All right, that could be in my browser here. Probably not with Google AdWords. All right, so let's sort this again by highest to lowest quality score. And these are all. I've only been running this campaign for a few days, so we're gonna have a small amount of data, but enough to see what those quality scores are. Okay, so here's a perfect example of one that's a 10. Canyon Gate Country Club Homes. Can you think for a second about why that might be a 10? Canyon Gate Country Club Homes, or why it would lend itself to be part of a score of 10. So it's because it's so specific, right? Canyon Gate Country Club Homes, what that means is anybody that's searching for that specific neighborhood is going to see my ad. Now that's not the ad, that's the keyword, right? Remember we said there's a quality score and there's an ad rank. Now what I can do is I can look at my ad group, and my ad group is Canyon Gate Country Club. I'm going to open that in a new tab here. And we'll take a look at the ad that's actually running. I'm assuming I only have one for that particular. Okay, let's go to ads. There we go. I only have one. I'm a little slower with this than I usually am, only because of all the changes. And so I'm still getting used to some of these changes myself. All right, so here is the ad. And I don't think I can, there we go. Let me make this a little bigger so you can see this here. So Canyon Gate Country Club Homes, website updated frequently. The URL specifically contains Canyon Gate Country Club Homes. And I've got a description. See Canyon Gate Club Homes for sale. Sort and save your favorite searches now. Okay. Now, let's take a look at where they land. Because where they land makes a significant difference as well as far as how well they engage, okay? Now, here's what happens in my particular case. I typically only show active listings when somebody's searching for homes by price, homes by bedroom, anything like that where there's going to be a lot of inventory. I only show active, and I select to not show anything under contract. But when it's by specific neighborhood, I will often allow the contingent properties to show, because typically somebody will do a search for that address. If I only have selected my website to show active listings and they search by address and that property is contingent, it won't, or under contract, it won't show up on their search. And so I leave those into those by neighborhood ones so that I can still capitalize on the people that are searching by neighborhood or happen to be interested in that specific house. Because once they're on my page, now I'm going to generate interest and get them clicking through and looking at other properties, okay? And so in my case, on a page like this, they're going to start clicking around on some of these other offers if there's not several properties available. But they might simply be looking there and they might click that property. And once they click that property, it's going to open into IDX, where they can take a look at anything about that property. And then from here, they can set up a new search, they can save the property, they can view the photo gallery. And I'm not actually going to ask for registration until right here, when they click the photo gallery. That's when my registration pops up, okay? Not before then. So they can browse, they can look, they can search by listings, they can search at details, but as soon as they go to the photo gallery, that's when we ask for registration. Soon as I did that, all of my quality scores went up. Because we used to force registration after a couple properties, or based on time on site, or at first land on pay-per-click. We did that for a while, and we were finding those quality scores were dropping. Nobody wants to be forced to register when they first land on a page, and so this kind of pop-up, where it shows up, is going to make a difference on the quality of your landing page. Okay, so the key is to make sure that your ads are very specific. So you have a campaign, and in your campaign settings, you can add location. So only people that are looking in Las Vegas, or that live in Las Vegas, or that live in and are interested in Las Vegas, that's fine. And then I'm going to set up that it's a cost per click. And there's a couple other settings in there for the campaign. And then I'm going to set up several ad groups, and all of those ad groups are going to be very specific. Canyon Gate, Summerlin, Desert Shores. Each one of my neighborhoods is going to be its own ad group. Condos is going to be its own ad group. Single family homes is going to be its own ad group. Best real estate agent, best realtor is going to be its own ad group, okay? And each one of those ad groups is going to have a distinct landing page. That's a great way for you to determine, do I need another ad group? Would the landing page still apply on another ad? So if I have homes for sale with a pool and homes for sale with a basement, are they going to the same page? Absolutely not, or you're doing it wrong. Homes for sale with a basement is going to have only homes that have a basement, and homes for sale with pools are going to have homes for sale with pools. They're different landing pages. If you get that right, your quality score goes up, the user experience goes up, your leads go up because you've given them what they want. So that's a good way to gauge whether or not you need to start a new ad group, is does the URL change. Then you can test several ads within an ad group. They all run off the same keyword. So each ad group runs off the same set of keywords. So remember, we were looking at these keywords here. Here's the examples of some 10s. Canyon Gate Country Club, jeweled condos, condo for sale in Las Vegas, Silverado Ranch Homes, gated communities, Rhodes Ranch. Those are all in the same ad group. Homes for sale in Summerlin. Okay, so those are all the same ad group. Southwest Las Vegas Homes. Homes for sale in Henderson are another ad group. Home value estimate is another ad group. Centennial Hills. So you can see all of my neighborhoods have their own ad groups. Now each of these ad groups will all have a certain set of keywords for each one. And then you can have a bunch of different ads that you test and measure. So for example, I might run Southern Highlands Homes for Sale. Well, let's get a little more specific. Well, let's do Las Vegas Horse Property. So I might run Las Vegas Horse Property. And then I'm going to run 2 ads side by side, under 300, under 400, under 500. And typically I'll turn off the other ones and keep that one. Maybe I'll test 2 that have the same exact landing page, and I'll change something in the ad. This one has numbers in the title, or bracket, or some other sort of thing in the title that Google AdWords allows, right? They're not going to allow you to put in all caps and all exclamation and all that type of stuff, but there are a few punctuation things you can play with a little bit. Maybe I'll put website updated daily, and on the next one I'll put new properties added every 5 minutes, or whatever it is, and test those, which ad performs better. So they're all going to run into the same ad group, but they're going to be different ads in some way. They change a little bit, and then they all share the same set of keywords. Does that make sense? So that's how you're going to focus on that quality score, is making sure that that keyword is in the right ad group with the right ads that message that audience, and then providing the right product, which is your landing page for that. So target the audience, create the right message, give them the right product. If you do that, you're going to see 10s on your quality scores. All right, that's it for me today. Please send me your real estate referrals. Lori Ballen team, serving Las Vegas, Henderson, and North Las Vegas. And if you need help with your website or any of your pay-per-click marketing or content services, check us out at ballenbrands.com.